Okay, so welcome. So in this video, what I'm going to be doing is showing how to set up the noise reduction in Audacity. And this is actually an old version of Audacity. So this is for people who, prefer doing things the old way. I might work out how to do it in the newer one, but I'll have to work out how to install the newer one first. But this what I'm doing here will work on the newer version of Audacity. And it'll be the same thing that you would do to actually get the plugin installed. So the first thing I'm going to do is to install so go Audacity here. I'm just going to open an audio file. It's just in the video, so it's going to import that. And as you can see, it's a pretty bad, audio. You wouldn't want to run this. Obviously, if you tried to use this, then what you'd find is that it'd be too quiet. And I mean, if you try and play it, yes, you can hardly hear anything there. So what I need to do is to apply a bit of processing to this. Let me just increase this size here. So now, the first thing I want to do is to obviously amplify it. Alright, so it's giving a bit of amplification, but as you can see, there's a few high points, and I think they're clicks as well. So if I just do click removal, okay, and that gets rid of that. And I think this is just a cough, if I remember correctly. Yeah, so I can just Control L that one just to mute it. There's no need to do any processing there. Then just apply the next bit of amplification. Okay, so that's amplified up. So now, rather than going through and try and get rid of all these little peaks, the easiest thing to do is just to apply a limiter. Just give it one limiter. Right, and so that's pulled things up so that now if I then run the compressor, what that does is that will then pull everything up nicely so that we have the audio is at a properly loud level. Right. And so now we have this nice audio here, but here's the problem. It's a bit of a mess, isn't it? So let's see what it sounds like. Yeah, I mean that sounds horrific, doesn't it? There's nothing. So you can hear all that. You can hear all those horrible sounds in the background. Now you wouldn't want to be, using audio like this because this is pretty bad quality. So now what we need some magic, because of course we could try and do the all right, let's do this. So we know we have the noise reduction, which is very good. So let's see, we have this bit here which is a bit noisy. All right, let's take this part. So let's we'll try and do a noise reduction on that. We get noise profile, and then we just do Control R. We'll apply it, and yeah, it's reduced it a bit, but still, yeah. And you see, it sounds worse, doesn't it? So what we need something a bit better. We need something which is more magical, and so this is where. So if we just undo that noise reduction. Problem is where you're going to get this magic from. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to do this the proper way, where this is proper old time, like back in the days of when GNU first started, and you didn't have any RPM, no deb, and no dB, and whatever. You're just sitting there in front of your computer, and you're wondering what on earth can I do to fix this. So let's go back to the old school. So the way we're going to do this, if we go to, so if you do a search for, you should find it, hopefully. Okay, yeah. So if you go to my GitHub page, and then the one you're looking for is, not popular. Yeah, noise version of a voice. And when you go into there, even though it says it's forked, the thing about it is that I don't know where it says it. It doesn't seem to be, because normally it tells you how many commits ahead it is. But basically, you don't want to. Yeah, you don't want to use this original one because I've applied a whole heap of patches to, or well, not patches, but well, they are patches really. I've applied a whole heap of commits to it from other people and merged them in. So what you'll actually want is to use this actual version that I have. So the easiest way to do that is just right click on where it's got the name of the repo here, and then just copy the link, and then you just go into your um, obviously you have to have Git installed, but I'm going to presume that you're a developer. So developers always have GCC and Git installed anyway. So what you do is just do Git. And so what that will do is that will then clone in the files. So if you change directory into there, right? And so now you don't really need any. I don't think you need really any dependencies for this. I obviously already have them installed, but if you read the README file, it'll have information about it. But all you're going to do is we just need to make a build directory, and then I just need to run cmake. Right, and now for this particular build, there's a couple of extras that I usually add, and it's just so you don't have the extra hassle of having to. There's like some extra features that are in it, which you don't need. So what I'm going to do is just going to remove them. All right, so let me just get that done. Right, so I just need these two extras parts in here so that because I don't think I have the files that can be used to build them anyway. There's another one I should have put in, but I'm just doing it this way just to save time. So we press return on that, and then what it'll do the configuration. And so as you can see, the only things you need for this to work is you just need ALSA, which everyone should have anyway. You need free type, which is like a normal dependency, and then you just need OpenGL. But for this particular build, I don't even need OpenGL or even the libco. And he says he can't find the WebKit 2 GTK, but you don't need that for LADSPA because all they care about is getting it to work in Audacity. So just gotta wait while it does this build of this juice aid thing, whatever that is. Okay, so that's finished the configuration. So all we have to do is just run make, and then it's a run through, and so it'll build the different files that it needs. And so we're just going to wait for this to finish this process. Yeah, don't worry about that. That's just some C++ nonsense. Because as you see, the builder's crashed out, but we don't actually care because that's actually just the LV2. So if we cd to, I think it's bin, and then I think it's LADSPA. Yeah, so if we look in bin LADSPA, you see that there's a good old SO file, and that's all we care about. So the usual location for this file is usr lib LADSPA. So if I just copy that, so copy that to usr lib LADSPA. So now, if I go to go back to Audacity, this messy file. So what I can do is, if I go to Effects and then Add Remove Plugins, then in here, what I just have to do is Yeah, so in here, if we just click on new and then scroll down, and we're looking for, I think it's lib, can't remember. Yeah, there you go. So it's lib RNNNoise LADSPA. That's what you want. So just click on enable and click on OK. And then when we go to effect, you'll see in the plugin 1 to 15, we now have noise suppressor for voice, mono, and stereo. So if I click on noise suppressor for voice, mono, it gives you this little box will show up. And now this 50, I found that I've changed this to 75, and I seem to get decent results with that. I mean, if you're not, you can also increase it, but the more you increase this, is the louder your audio has to be. So if your audio is up and down a lot, you have to make this value lower. But if your audio is very loud, then you can make this value higher. So now if I click apply, let's see what happens. If we get any magic. So click apply. It's going to process it. And also this particular plugin is quite slow. So you just have to get used to that fact. Especially if your audio is really long, you do have to actually wait a while. Like if you're for an hour of audio, you got to wait about 15 minutes, something like that per hour. So it can take a long time to process sometimes. So let's see what this does. So at the end, look at that. So remember we had all this mess at the beginning. Let's see what it sounds like now. Remember it was a whole load of noise. So that's just silent. So let's see what my voice sounds like. Okay, so here we are with them unpacked. And so what I really wanted to talk about is that, as you can see, we have the nice SanDisk, and so you can hear the audio sounds really crisp, and it sounds actually better than what the noise reduction would do, because what noise reduction does, it actually distorts your voice. But this RNNNoise, it like cleverly looks for anything which isn't your voice and like just removes it. So like in this part was really noisy. See, between this part here had a load of noisiness. Let's see what it sounds like now. And even more amazing is that when you look on the back of these, there's nothing. So all you've got is just a little bit of circuitry. And so notice that. So all that scraping sound and all the breathing and whatever, it's just all gone. So as if by magic, you converted the most worst nonsense audio that you managed to produce with your speech in it to a clean, crisp audio where your voice doesn't get distorted by the noise reduction. And you've done it all by just downloading some code, compiling it, copying an SO file, and loading in Audacity, and there you go. The magic is there. And so I should have been using this like about 5 years ago, but I only just discovered it this year. So now obviously this is what I'm using to denoise the audio tracks whenever I'm, putting out a video when I speak into a microphone.